How's it going, everyone? This is Yxlarb, and welcome back to my Sonic Adventure 2 bonus series. In this episode, we are carrying on with the Chao. That is what we're going to be doing for quite a bit of time. Not sure how many videos are left in this series. All I know is I have countless hours ahead of me. In the last episode, we pretty much, I think, finished laying down most of the foundation. We finished showing off all the characters in the garden, I believe. And, kind of showed off a few other features. And we worked primarily on getting both Soluna and Telfi up to par, both in terms of their alignment, which obviously you can tell. That's not really a problem. Soluna here is clearly going to be a Dark Chao, and Telfi over there is clearly going to be a Hero Chao. There's no doubt about that at this point. Of course you could reverse it. We could use Shadow to suddenly start caring for Telfi like crazy and change its alignment to either neutral or possibly even dark, assuming we had enough time left before the first evolution occurs. But we also spent a lot of time trying to get their ability types up to par. So here, off screen, I've gotten Soluna up to level 20 and running, and I'm not going to wake Telfi, but just take my word for it that I've gotten his flying level up to level 20. And again, I've told you guys before, the level they are really doesn't influence anything. But here in this case, it's proof that I have most recently given Soluna nothing but running, and most recently given Telfi nothing but flying. So that ensures we're going to go the exact route we want. I think trying to do any more at this point would kind of be overkill. I think what I'm going to resign to doing now is giving the Chao stamina, is upping their stamina. So, spending time, like right now during Telfi's sleep season. Season might be too big a word, but you get it. During Telfi's sleeping session over there, go ahead and feed Soluna. And I promise these names will eventually come naturally to me. I'm not used to saying them so frequently, so sometimes I have to think like, all right, Soluna. Yeah, Soluna. Oh, and Telfi. Yeah, right. Yeah, that'll pass with time. But just go ahead and feed Soluna, increase her stamina while Telfi sleeps. Then, eventually when Telfi's awake, swap characters to a hero character and take care of Telfi in that way. This serves three purposes. One, it continues to ensure that the alignment of the Chao is exactly what we want. Again, there's no worries about Soluna not being a Dark Chao, but it maintains that balance. That's the first thing. The second thing is it increases their stamina level, which of course is important. Having a higher stamina is always a positive thing, and you'll see why later on. But stamina is one of the most tedious things to upgrade. I've shown you, via the glitch, the infinite animal and infinite chaos drive glitch, you can just, very easily, get leveled. Especially like I was using a seal, for swimming, say, and that gives you 4 or 5 experience points. You only have to give 2 or 3 of those to your Chao for it to gain a level. Whereas with stamina, it has to eat 2.5 fruits, and it has to, actually eat it. It takes time. See, they spend some time looking around, they spend some time enjoying it. It might take, 10, 15 seconds for them to actually gain 1 experience point. So it's much slower, especially because when they're not hungry, they're just going to keep throwing it away and be like, no, I don't want to eat. So, yeah, there's really nothing to be done about that. That's just going to happen, right? But yeah, so that's part of why we're doing it now. And the third reason is that it passes the time. Keep in mind that the Chao Garden time only moves while we're inside of it. So if I keep leaving to do action stages to get rings or more chaos drives or whatever, none of that time that's going by is actually influencing the Chao age. So those are the 3 purposes that feeding the Chao right now serves. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing for Telfi. And, oh, hey, look, you're swimming. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad I caught this. Yeah, take a look. Level 5 swimming, I guess, is what it takes. Maybe 4. But level 20 flying, that proves it. And we got level 5 stamina. Man, look at that swimmer. So good. So good. I love that. I love seeing the evolution of the Chao. It's just so cool. Alright, guys, just to give you kind of a time reference here, so you can just kind of know how long everything's taking. I started recording the Chao bonus videos today, May 24th. Every single video from the Chao series that you've seen so far, including up until this point in this video, has all been recorded in the same day, on May 24th. I say that because I don't know on what day this video will be completed, because at this point it's just a matter of time. It could be another hour, it could be a half an hour, it could be 10 minutes, I'm not sure. That's part of why I'm actively recording while I'm playing. That way I can't possibly miss the evolutions. One thing that's been kind of tough is making sure that both Chao are visible at any given point. So if I'm feeding one, the other one has to be in my eye line. Because though a sound cue does play when evolution is taking place, it's only after the cocoon is pretty much fully formed. And I want to get the entire process on camera. And because these two were born at pretty much the exact same time, you know, within like a minute or two of each other, when you know, pretty much Soluna starts evolving, Telfi's going to start evolving. That's the way it should be, you know. Math. Of course, it's not that simple, but we're not going to get into the technical aspects of it all. But anyway, let's just hope they evolve sooner rather than later. You see, guys, I just can't wait for the point. Oh, I just noticed that Soluna can't swim yet. No. But I just can't wait for the point for them to evolve, because then I won't have to worry so much about what I'm giving them, you know? I don't want to have to worry about that so much. It's like I won't have to worry about watching them so intently, or making sure not to, you know, give them the wrong chaos drive or wrong animal or anything like that. I want things to be very relaxed again. I miss that. I miss the relaxing feeling. But luckily, adulthood is the longest part of their life. So once they are adults, we're going to be in the clear for a long time. Oh, hey guys, you got to see this. Oh, yeah. Hey, you. So cute. And of course, they expect pets once they show up to you. That is so awesome. Yeah, it looks like this one really loves Sonic. And remember how... Hey, what are you doing? You're just over here dancing away? That's really cute. But anyway, it's just, I can't take my eyes off them. It's really cute. Anyway, Chao not only, you know, have an alignment and, you know, prefer, you know, to be dark or to be hero or to be whatever they end up being, but they can also prefer characters. So as you can see here, oh, Telfi likes Sonic. If I did this with Knuckles or Tails, it's very unlikely that they would follow me for a whistle. It's about the character. There will be other ways. I think really just one other way you can tell. In fact, I'm going to tell you now because it's very unlikely you're going to see it. Your Chao can learn to draw, right? In the classroom, they can learn to draw. And they can draw a number of things. One of the things they can draw is their favorite character. You can actually see them draw Sonic or Shadow or any one of the 6 main characters, and it's really cool. That's another sign of happiness, really, right there, and character preference. And it's really cool to be able to see that. Here, it's again, it's unlikely we'll actually see that in this series because, frankly, putting the Chao in the classroom, it takes up time because then you have to wait half an hour outside of the Chao garden for the Chao to finish its lesson. And at the same time, it's not going to be aging because it's outside of the Chao garden. It's really strange. I mean, what are you going to do? I actually kind of like that aging works this way. Where time only passes when you're in the garden. Okay, I need to pick this up. It's going to bother me if I don't. Where time only passes when you're in the garden because it's not like... I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this game, Per Pals. I think of it as pretty much the cat version of Nintendogs. You just take care of a cat or up to 4 cats or something like that. You clean out their litter, you feed them, you like earn some money by playing mini games so you can afford to do all this stuff. But the thing is, you have to play that game constantly. If you go like 24 hours without playing it, you'll come back, the litter box will be full, your cat will be just so hungry. I don't know if it could die from starvation, but it won't be groomed, it's going to be unhappy. It's like, wow, you just have to play that game 24/7. Whereas this, I could put this game down for, say, years, come back, and nothing will be wrong with my Chao. They'll be the same age they were when I last left them. I won't have to worry about catching up or worry about having missed an evolution or anything like that. It's going to be nice and simple. Hey! Look at this. You are doing sit-ups without having learned to exercise. Does the HD version just, give you some skills right out the gate? Because I have never seen that happen without the Chao having taken the exercise lesson in the classroom. Never. It's crazy. Oh? Oh, baby! It's happening. It's happening. Telfie's evolving first. Alright, so Luna, I'm watching you. Oh, man. Oh, are you gonna evolve right now? No. You're just sitting down. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I get it, Sonic. You're impatient. But yeah, you heard that little jingle. That's your only hint if you're not looking at them that an evolution is occurring. Oh, man. This is so great. Oh, I was just talking to myself. I was, making notes to future self. Like, oh, hey, make sure to do this. Make sure to do this. And then it just happened. Oh, man. Oh, God. Look at this. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Are you about to evolve? No. No, you're not. Hey, baby. Hey, look at that. See? That's some true love right there. Just coming right over to me. I'm sorry, Telfie. I wanted to give you more attention. And I really want to show you off to the camera, but it's literally a matter of time. It's literally a matter of time. One thing that's great after your Chao evolve, it doesn't matter who loves them. You don't have to worry about the alignment anymore. Telfie's look now isn't going to change to look like a dark Chao, and he's not going to evolve into a dark Chao out of nowhere just because a dark character is taking care of him now. In fact, you can now get a hero or a dark Chao to love the opposite alignment. I could care for Telfie as Shadow for the rest of the time, and it would get Telfie to love Shadow, but it wouldn't change its alignment from hero. That's crazy. But it's looking like Soluna is going to take a little bit of time, so I figured I wanted to discuss a little bit. Telfie. As I was going to say, as you can tell. You can't quite tell, but Telfie is indeed a flying Chao, a hero flying Chao. The main giveaway, of course, are those two feather type things there on its head. And then also it has a purple halo, purple being flying. And you can confirm its type by going into the health center. But you can tell a hero Chao, the most obvious thing about a hero Chao is its halo. The fact that it doesn't have a dot anymore and now has a halo. They also have inverted eye colors, whereas a standard Chao has black pupils with white eyes. A hero Chao has white pupils on black eyes. Those are the biggest things. And then, of course, its wings are also going to look different, but because it, consumed a peacock's energy, you can't actually tell what its wings look like. We're going to have to wait until later on when we give it different animals. Because certain animals can actually remove body parts. Skeleton dogs, bats can remove some parts. There's just a few animals that do that. And we'll dive into that a little bit later on, but... yeah. Oh yeah! I knew it! I had a feeling. I was just standing there, I was like, should I give you more food? Should I wait? It's like, let's wait. Oh, yes! So Luna's finally evolving, probably 4 or 5 minutes later. I'm not exactly sure of the science behind it, but feeding a Chao alters its age. I'm pretty sure each bite, aka each experience point from fruit, God, what does it do? It's like it affects it by like 2 minutes or something like that. I don't know. I think it ages it by 2 minutes of real world time. It's really weird. I don't understand it fully, but that's why feeding your Chao will actually speed it up. Oh baby, yes. Oh man, just looking at this, as you can tell, we got a dark Chao, and it's definitely a dark running Chao because he I'm sorry, I'm talking about Shadow. He has quills, and she, Soluna. Oh, hey, baby. Yeah, I love you. She, Soluna, now has quills just like Shadow. Of course, they're green, but don't worry, we can change that. Oh man, I'm so excited on Soluna. This is so awesome. In case you guys are wondering, it's still the 24th. I don't know how long after I actually started the video it's been, but it has been something. Oh, it's so great. One more note now that I notice it. So, you may recall, I gave Soluna a unicorn. And that's why it has, you know, a horn like a unicorn. The features that an animal gives a Chao are different between an adult and a child. When, you know, Soluna was a child, for example, it was a small, like, horn with, like, pink surround. Now it's a bigger horn, a green horn with purple surround. It's just cool that it's a little different. But, yeah, these Chao, you can tell. You can tell when it's a dark Chao because they have a spiky ball above them. They have, you know, kind of bat wings, as you can tell. Hey, you need so much attention. You're like my cats in real life. This is crazy. Man, I couldn't be more excited. We got the exact Chao we wanted. I'm sure you guys aren't surprised that out of all the Chao I could have picked, I decided on a dark running Chao because it replicates Shadow. It's just Shadow. That's why I wanted it. And Bosniancheese, he specifically wanted, you know, a hero flying Chao. And you might be thinking like, oh, what's the reason? Well, I sent him, you know, photos of all the different types of Chao, and he just picked one. He's like, yeah, I like this one. But to be clear, he didn't pick a hero flying Chao. He picked a hero flying swimming Chao. So a hero flying Chao that has a swimming secondary type. So that means during its adult life, we're going to have to focus on giving... Oh, looks like your eyes were open for a second. We're going to have to focus on giving Telfi swimming stuff. By the way, one more thing. As you can see, a dark Chao's eyes have white pupils with, you know, blue in the back. Blue back. Why are you... What are you doing? You, like, slid. Crawled. That was weird. But, wow, okay. Anyway, this is so cool. So, yeah, and my Chao, Soluna, she is going to become a dark running Chao. When you do that, the quills turn red, which, of course, makes it an absolutely awesome Chao because it looks exactly like Shadow. Or, not exactly like Shadow, obviously, but it's going to look like Shadow, and I'm so excited. Oh, we're going to have a female Shadow, of course, because this is Soluna we're talking about. Man, guys, I'm just so thrilled. I didn't know if this was actually going to happen today. It got to 5:55 p.m., and I was like, okay, if one of them doesn't evolve before 6, then I'm calling it quits for the night. I am so happy it actually happened. Oh, I'm so excited. Especially because now I have so many more things to show you all. The first thing is waiting for us right outside this door. Yeah, things look a little different out here in the Chao lobby. We now have stairs that ascend to heaven and stairs that descend to hell. It is so epic. I'm so excited to show you these places. I remember the first time I unlocked these stairs to my right and thinking, like, what the heck happened here? I was asking my friends at school. I was in 5th grade. I was like, what is this? Why is this here? How did this happen? And they're like, dude, it's because you got a hero Chao. And I was like, okay. And at the time, I didn't understand alignments. I didn't get a dark Chao until probably 3 or 4 years later because I just always used Sonic because I always went to City Escape. So, kind of crazy. But here we go. We got both of them at the same time. That's a good reason why Bosniancheese and I chose opposite alignments. We just get everything together. Very efficient. We're going to go upstairs first, since Telfi was the first one to evolve. Welcome to the Hero Garden. The second Chao Garden, by virtue of us looking at it first, before the other garden. As you can tell, it's another beautiful grassy area. It's in the heavens, as you can tell. We've got, you know, pink clouds. We got, you know, like Roman-esque architecture with a bell. We got our Chao transporter / departure machine over here. Not terribly exciting. We got a couple of fallen pillars. The entryway is honestly really cool. It looks like a gateway to a coliseum. Got this little gazebo-esque thing, which is very small. Looks like, it's supposed to be for a Chao wedding or something. And we've got this bridge / diving board because it goes right off into this beautiful pond next to this fountain. So I guess the whole thing's actually a fountain, probably, is what you refer to it as. You can actually see Chao jump off of this into the water. It's really cool. You can see them fly off of this. A cool place I like to stand. Oh, can you not do it in this version? Did they take that away? No. No way. No. Oh my god, there's an invisible wall up here now. You used to be able to stand up there, and then your character would stand, they would take a stance that they don't normally take, like an action pose. Oh, it's a shame. But oh well, some features here. So we've got, trees, with heat, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's deceiving to call it hero fruit, because hero fruit as well as dark fruit can both be purchased in the black market, and they don't look like this. This is hero garden fruit. It's pretty much just more generic fruit. It's the equivalent to the fruit down there. It has no special effect. You can't give it to a baby Chao and help it turn into a hero Chao any differently than using the fruit that's already in the neutral Chao garden. Sometimes you'll hear me refer to the main garden as the neutral Chao garden, or just the neutral garden, or just the Chao garden, or whatever, so just keep that in mind. Here, yeah, look at that. This Chao hatched really, really quickly. Hey, cutie. Welcome to the world. Another blank face one. I love those. This Chao, when you unlock the hero garden, it comes with 1 Chao egg, not 2, unlike the Chao garden, but that's really cool. You now have another Chao, and you have a whole garden to fit another 8 Chao, if you so desire. It's really incredible. Also, if you dig in the ground here in this garden, you'll find pumpkins just like you will in the main Chao garden, so keep that in mind. Man, it's just beautiful. It's a great garden. Now we must go downstairs into the spooky dark garden. Now the music here, definitely not as uplifting as the other two. We've got, trees that are naked and dead looking with dark garden generic fruit. We've got gravestones. We've got a cage hanging off of this tree here, which you can stand in, and you can actually put your Chao inside of. I would highly advise against that. It's not good for your Chao. I've heard of people putting their Chao in there and then the Chao dying, which is terrible. We've also got a Chao departure machine here, and then we've got a pond that hopefully isn't filled with blood. Hopefully it's just like Kool-Aid or just regular water with food coloring in it or something. I don't know what I hope it is, but I just hope it's not that. And then, of course, it too comes with a Chao egg. This garden is unlocked after you obtain your first dark Chao. That's how it generally works. Now, one thing to keep in mind between all the gardens is that they each have their own, basically, time zone. When you're in one of them, time doesn't move in the other ones. So right now, I could go ahead and I could take Soluna. I could take Soluna. Sorry, I thought I was correcting myself because I thought I was saying Solara, which is the name of my orange cat. But no, Soluna is the amalgamation. Got to remember that. Come on, Yxlarb. But if I took Soluna down here and just stayed in this garden with her, she could turn age 5. I could go back to the main Chao garden, or the hero garden, if that's where Telfi ends up being, and she would still be just 1. It's kind of crazy, but that's not what we're doing. In this series, both Chao need to be in the same place because we need them to age at the same time, just for efficiency's sake, and so they can just be kind of in the same league constantly. If we keep them in separate gardens, that means twice as much time spent raising them, and really it just needs to be efficient. Of course, you guys might want us to go to either the dark garden or the hero garden. I personally like the Hero Garden a lot, but honestly, I prefer to kind of... oh, hey, now a dark kind of smiley-faced one. Similar to Telfi. That's kind of crazy that we got a blank-faced one and another one with a smile like this. Yeah, that's really something. Okay. But yeah, so now we've got these 2 baby Chao. So that gives us one more thing to address. First, let me finish up the point I was already kind of making. So we're going to stay in the Chao Garden because the Hero Garden is larger. It's harder to kind of manage the Chao there. It's harder to keep track of them all, whereas the main Chao Garden is smaller. Plus, we have the Chao Coliseum there, the Chao Stadium, I mean. And that's where we're going to access Chao races and Chao Karate, which, of course, is going to be a big part of this bonus series. And if we have to constantly leave one garden to go to another garden, what's the point of even being in the other garden? So, yeah, we'll probably try to visit these on occasion, kind of see what they have to offer and everything. But in the meantime, it really doesn't make sense for us to change avenues. No, I meant to say change venues. Venues. They're, I mean, they're close. I mean, that's literally that's a 1-letter difference between those two. So, can't blame me completely, but what you gonna do? Now, you might be wondering, do you find pumpkins in the Dark Garden as well? Well, why don't we take a look? You should not hit your Chao with this move. Ah, yes. Looks like you don't find pumpkins. Instead, what you find is presumably a Chao's skull. Though it can't be a Chao's skull because it acts as a hat, just like the pumpkin and eggshell do. And if you can fit the skull over your head, I mean, I guess it could be like an adult Chao's skull, and that's why a child Chao could fit it over their heads, but when they're an adult, they can still wear it. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's not read too deeply into this. It is a Sonic game at the end of the day. But yeah, you got these. You can sell them for 50 rings, or you can, use them as hats. You can give them to your Chao and use them as hats. This is one that I can actually kind of get behind. It can look really menacing, depending on the kind of Chao you have. But again, we're not going to entertain these as options for right now. Just pointing them out. But since we are, since I mentioned before, we kind of had to discuss what's going to be happening with these 2 new babies. Why don't we do that now by going into the Hero Garden to give it some more face time, right? And actually, Rouge will be a good one to test whether we can go all the way up here. We can't. But actually, let me just show you the kind of stance that your character would take. When you first enter the garden, this stance right here. It's temporary. After a few seconds, it goes away. But if you stand on top of there in like the GameCube version, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, then your character will maintain that stance permanently as long as you're up there. So it's kind of cool. Oh, don't go swimming right now. Anyway, what's going to be happening with these 2 new children? Are we going to name them? Are we going to care for them or whatever? No, we're not. Frankly, caring for Chao is such a tough job. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. If we're going to be trying to take care of 2 more Chao, that's going to double the work. It's going to double the time it takes. And we're already looking at a lot of time. We're talking, dozens of hours spent in the Chao Garden itself. Of course, believe me, a lot of that time we'll spend just doing nothing. Once we like max out our Chao stats, if they haven't reincarnated or whatever else, then we're just going to sit around and wait until they do. It's going to be that simple, right? So, yeah. But, so pretty much, long story short, these Chao are going to remain in their respective gardens, in the Hero and the Dark Garden, where time will stand still for them, and they'll remain children, and we won't have to worry about it. I know it's kind of sad. It saddens me a little bit to not be caring for them. It saddens me a little bit that they're going to be alone, but at the very least, they'll remain young, and they, time will be moving for them. So pretty much, they're just going to be. It's going to be as if they're in, cryogenic, like storage, pretty much. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Plus, it should be said that there's really no strategic reason to care for so many Chao at one point. At least, Not to say that there's never a strategic reason. There definitely are strategic reasons to do that. For example, I'm caring for 2 Chao right now. 1, so we could get both gardens, and 2, so Bosniancheese and I can compete with each other a little bit later on. By the way, I decided that we're going to do multiple competitions. So it's not going to be just at the very end of the series. We're going to do multiple competitions on the way there. But anyway, as I was saying, it just doesn't make strategic sense for us to take care of a total of 4 Chao. Anyway, first of all, let's see the doctor. No way, this can't be. Very healthy, great. Taking a look at the medical chart now, you'll notice a couple of things are different. First of all, my running grade is now up to an A, which of course, it was at a B before, so that's huge. Running is, my type, as you can see up there under ability type, and then under attributes you can see dark. Attributes in this case is pretty much just synonymous with alignment, and ability type is straightforward. It's a running type. It's that simple. Oh, and actually they do use the word running. It's not just saying run type, it's saying running type. That's cool. Apparently our age is still 0. I could have sworn that your Chao had to get to age 1. Maybe I misunderstood it this whole time. Maybe 3 to 4 hours is how long it takes to evolve, but it might take like 4.5, 5, slightly more hours. Not slightly, sorry, that's wrong. 4.5 to 5.5 hours total to gain 1 year of age. That might be what it is, but I don't know. It might not be a hard science even. Just saying. Man, I can't tell you how thrilled I am now that I can just take care of any Chao and love any Chao with any character. It's just such a big deal. Since their alignment can't be affected and all that. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Telfi's chart. So as we can see, hero attribute, flying type, under ability type, and just dropped my controller. Dropped my controller pretty good. But now flying has gone up from a C grade to a B grade. Now, honestly, that's not the worst decision. Of course, if you were being completely strategic, you'd want your, in this case, your swimming to go up to an S. I think that would be a really good investment. Either that or making run go from D to C, because running is a big part of the game. You'll see what I mean. But ultimately, every Chao is going to be competent enough. We're not creating competitively viable Chao here. We're not going to be entering any crazy tournaments or anything like that. Chao racing or karate tournaments. We're just having fun, and we're going to go head to head, and all sorts of competitions. So we'll see how it goes when the time comes. But yeah, same story here. Age 0. Huh. I remember seeing this though when I was young, seeing the times transformed saying 0. It's like, are you kidding me? I very obviously transformed. Like, look, my Chao's totally different. It's an adult now. Well, guys, it's been real. This has been a crazy episode. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I was worried, for the longest time, like, oh my god, what if one of them evolves while I'm not looking at them? What if they're outside of my view or whatever? But that didn't happen, and I was just so excited to see them both evolve on screen, for you guys to get my live reaction. I've been sitting here for over an hour, and it's been absolutely rewarding. I love, the Chao feature. It's probably my favorite feature of Sonic Adventure 2 overall. Legit. I love the game. I love everything about it, but I think I especially love the Chao feature. And I'm so happy I get to share it with you all, and I'm so happy that Bosniancheese is getting to be such a big part of it. Even if he's not the one here giving you the tutorials, he's here in spirit through Telfi, and he will eventually be here physically himself when we compete against one another. And not exactly sure when that first competition is going to happen, but by the time these videos are out, I'm sure the competition will be long, done. You guys won't have to worry about scheduling that much, because I'm doing all of the legwork here up front, and that's probably the smart way to do it. That's a big reason why, instead of diving right into the bonus stuff as soon as Sonic Adventure 2 ended, I decided to push this off to this phase to make sure that you don't have to wait, weeks or even over a month in between videos. So anyway, I hope the wait has been worth it, guys. Again, I appreciate all the continued support. Stay tuned for more Chao coming before you know it. The videos are going to take longer and longer to make because more off-screen stuff has to happen. But what are you going to do? That's the nature of the series. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.